What's for lunch? TBBLC.
Stay in your seat.
What's for lunch today? Sausage. Brown bag.
The Brown Bag Lunch Crew. And welcome back, TBBLC Radio, along with Beneath the Bar. We're here at Streamography, official studio here. A lot better than me and Drew on the Skype calls for sure. Drew's getting a little hot under there over with the bright lights. In the pilgrim suit today. I'll start it off, Drew. How are we doing?
We're doing great. Happy to be here. Happy to be given this opportunity. Dare I say we're thankful on the eve of Thanksgiving.
That's how you tie one in early.
And happy to be with you guys today.
And Beneath the Bar crew, I'll start off over here with Jason, and then we'll hand it off to Kenz.
What do you want? What are you handing off to me?
How you doing?
I'm doing great. Half day today.
I played golf all day. We had the first annual shootout. Ended up in an 8-man playoff. Jbird, actually, a lot of FaceTime for you today. We usually got you behind the scenes kind of directing the
this
boys.
is in front of it.
This is great. The Oots hat.
Yeah,
I thought it was Utz.
definitely Utz. Definitely
I
Utz.
usually do too. I don't know why I said it like that.
Nervous, I think.
But I know. Professional studio today. I'm excited to see what we got into.
Absolutely. And let's start it off, Drew, here with a typical TBBLC segment. We'll do our love-hates. I'm going to hand it over to you to give us our first couple.
Let's start with the hate. Let's get that out of the way. Let's get the negative stuff out of the way. You guys all know damn well what this is probably going to be. Simply put, flat tires. That one today, I cannot speak enough bad things about the situation. They stop you in your tracks quite literally, completely derail your day, and that's what happened today. Hands tied, nothing I could do about it.
I would have bet my life you didn't change that tire.
And your life would have been saved.
How was the AAA service?
A guy named Kenneth G. He came in
Kenny G.
under 7 minutes, in and out, and then on site probably for less than 3 minutes. Super quick, not a lot of words spoken, in and out. That's the way I like it.
Was there a thought of you changing that tire?
Yes, I was down on my knees ready to go, and my dad just starts shaking his head and just
you were with Mike?
I literally was on 3 tires going like 40 on high popples to get to my house because I refused to be broken down anywhere else but outside of
I couldn't change a tire. No way. I've
Changed
never
a
done
few.
it. Oh, I've never done it.
Yeah, in Florida, and worst time ever was after work in uniform. It was 95 degrees. One of the worst experiences of my life. AAA didn't come. Kind of have a vendetta against them since then, but I still pay the membership for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe it's just for the tow.
They just refused to show up, is what you're saying.
They just didn't call me back, nothing.
Nothing's great down in Florida, to be honest.
Yeah, yep. Ain't that the truth?
The truth.
Let's go over to you. What's your hate of the week? You got anything ready?
Hate of the week. I don't have anything prepared.
Okay.
I'll jump in.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to go to Jay.
Now, getting older now, Thanksgiving used to just show up. Now you got to prepare stuff. It's the worst.
I'm on
like,
an app.
I grated cheese today for Bree's making homemade mac and cheese. My wrist is killing, dude.
Get out of
Just
here.
like this. Dude, 6 cups of cheese. It took me like an hour. I had to take a break.
Are
Had a
you
couple of
showing up with a
Fortnite
brace
games.
Tomorrow? You got a brace
I
on tomorrow?
might have a brace on. But like,
Did you switch up hands? Or
No, I got nothing with my right hand.
Okay.
I tried. I couldn't do it. So I had to go only lefty.
Like, how many blocks we talking?
Just 2 blocks. But, dude,
Parmesan?
nah, I don't even know what it was. Cheddar and something else.
She's blindly shredding?
Yeah,
No
for
idea.
tomorrow. Like, just preparing because we got to go to White Russians and bacon and then right to the party. So you got to get this stuff done tonight.
White Ukrainians.
Sorry. Excuse
We're
me.
out on the Russians. I'll parlay into a hate of the week there. Cleaning your house. So I got it could be 3 people, it could be 35 people tomorrow coming over. As the parties we throw, we have no idea. I cleaned my house last night. I was in a full sweat between vacuuming, scrubbing the floors, scrubbing the toilets, and you can't say enough about those mothers who keep it clean all the time. But at the end, it took me 2.5 hours, and I climbed into bed and I said, you know what? That's a hard day's work. And I don't know. I honestly don't think my kitchen floor is any better for the effort that I put in.
Any mopping?
I mopped it, but I put some Dawn dish soap and some hot water on there, and that's to the extent that we have.
Have you looked into paying someone to do it. I don't think it's that much.
I have a gift certificate. Shout out Crystalano for a cleaning service coming on the 30th. I called
every month, once a month, like that wouldn't be that bad.
She's the woman who I talked to.
Yeah.
Has already talked about coming back and forth, but I called too late. She said there was a 5 week wait on it.
Whoa.
So I called about 3 weeks too late, but she's coming on the 30th. We're gonna see if we can get the house touched up a little bit.
There you go.
Okay. With no AC in Hawaii and it's 85 every day, if I fold laundry, I get a little sweat going.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Off the brim of the nose.
It's mostly the pits. Yeah.
That mustache has to sweat a little bit.
Listen, this is 1 day no shave.
It
I'm
looks
no
good.
shave
It's
November.
thin.
trying to stay in regs. My hate of the week, I paid $17.31 for a ham sandwich today at the airport.
Oh.
Absolutely, was not going into expecting to pay that much. I got a hot chocolate and a ham sandwich.
Are you not in the Delta Club?
Yeah, what happened
So
to
let's
that?
Whoa.
Just a hot
Let's
shot.
start off
Fraud.
with that, I guess. Amex Platinum member, of course. We get the free Amex Platinum, being active duty military. And then if you fly Delta and you just have a military ID, you can get into the lounges. Today I flew United.
Oh.
So I go up to the United Club, and I'm like, okay, one of these cards has to get me in, right? Absolutely not. They don't respect the Amex like the Delta Club does. They did say we have a discount, $30 to get into the United Club. I'm kind of in a jam for time here, and I need to get something in my body before a 6-hour and 50-minute flight, unless I want to go to the chicken salad that they provided on the United flight. So I do it. I pay the $30. Let's just say I had a couple of pork sliders, block of cheese, and I left there pretty disappointed.
Where's the ham sandwich coming to play?
Oh, sorry.
We
Sorry.
haven't got there yet.
Yeah.
apparently.
That was the first $30 because you brought up the Delta Lounge. The ham
Okay,
sandwich
okay.
was in Denver, where I get there at 6:25 in the morning, and there's no bagels or anything on this little side shop that they have in the airport terminal. I'm like, oh, there's a ham sandwich right there in the fridge. I'll just grab that. And something quick, $5-6 I expected. 17.
Well, that's what I was going to ask.
31.
I think the fact that you expected anything in the airport to be $5 or $6, that's...
I just want to reiterate that this was a ham and cheese sandwich with just lettuce and bread.
Did you pick the lettuce off? I know you're not a huge veggie guy.
I probably
No,
would've-
I didn't.
Gritty.
I ate
It's
it.
gutty.
I needed to get something in the body.
It's risky before a flight. Ham sandwich could be.
How? I actually have
A
one.
fridge.
I have one question on the ham. How is it cut?
It was thick cut.
I'm out on that. If you're gonna have ham, it's got to be thin cut.
Disgusting.
Has to be thin cut.
I'm-
And I'm drowning it in yellow mustard.
Yeah, I'm probably just getting snacks at that point.
Did-
Give me a big bag of Cheez-Its and a big bag of something.
Maybe a
else. I'm not-
chobani,
yeah,
some
oh,
granola.
Did I tell you what the individual in front of me at the airport last month purchased?
No.
The most mind-boggling. They should be They should have been incarcerated
Is
on the
this as
spot.
you were flying to Notre Dame?
Yes, sir. Shout out to the Notre Dame Fighting Irish.
Shout out.
The person in front of me, I actually have a note here, bought a prepackaged tuna sandwich and a hard-boiled egg
Ugh.
and want to know what time it was at? 6:49 a.m. Standard Eastern.
Why are they even
Are
selling
they
that?
selling singular hard-boiled eggs?
They were.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
They sell those at gas stations.
The only way you get worse than that is if you see him putting the hard-boiled egg on the
On the
tuna
thing.
sandwich.
I was gonna say if you ordered shrimp or something that was prepackaged, probably had turned last week.
6 a.m.
Something like
6
that.
a.m. shrimp would be gutted. Gutty.
Oh, his breath stunk.
Oh, man.
That's incredible.
Some good hates there. Let's switch off to the loves, if we got any. I can start off
Yeah, I'll
if
think.
nobody's ready.
Kick us off.
All right. Went to an Italian restaurant that I've kind of found to be my weekend spot out in Hawaii. Great tiramisu. I think I've brought this up to you guys.
Yeah.
Not a big tiramisu guy, but they have some of the best I've ever had. They give you a side of sauce with the takeout bread, which I have not seen before. You see a lot at the restaurants, the oils, which I think
Yeah.
are the most overrated thing
I
in the
would,
world.
I would disagree with that,
Yeah,
but go
me
on.
too.
I think they should start putting out the sauce with the bread.
That's
Costs more money though.
Does
Flying
it?
through inventory way faster that way.
yeah. It's
Maybe.
gotta.
You know?
The Toscana meatballs and the sauce and bread
Oh.
Yeah.
and the food poisoning.
Yeah, that
And the-
we
and
don't
the-
know if
and
that
the-
was
and the
into that.
waitress.
we don't know if that was the sickness or the food
Yeah, we won't
poisoning.
get into that. We won't get into that.
Yes, But that's my love of the week is the side of tomato sauce to dunk the Italian bread in.
That's crazy. That's going all the way. Like I would be, and you weren't expecting it. You just opened up the bag. You're
That's
like,
like
sick.
borderline meal.
Yeah.
That's sick.
You're getting a
Yeah.
starch and some sauce.
Oh, it was
Yeah.
a full loaf too.
Wow.
Yep.
Boy.
Great customer service. Mine is a recycled love of the week that comes around once a year
I
or
don't
so.
know if that's allowed.
It is. Trust me, it is. It's gonna be weird, so just bear with me here.
Okay.
And
Icicle season is upon us,
Yes.
and personally,
Sorry.
this might sound weird, like kicking icicles off my car, off of like my deck. Something about it brings me joy, and that is my love of the week.
I like
Just
that.
like
Yeah.
chilly icicle season. It's like when you see a sandcastle at the beach, and part of you in the back of your brain just wants to go stomp it.
I know what I
Also
like
my
even
love of
more
the
than the icicles is like the sheets of ice on the street. That when you step on it makes like a cool sound. I love it. I like
Yes.
go out of my way to step on
The
it.
very thin one.
Yeah,
Unless
yeah,
you're
yeah. With
dry.
like no water underneath it. It's
Ooh,
just like a layer of ice.
yes.
and
I'll
hollow.
even one up you if we go to the pond and I find a thin sheet of ice. You throw it, it breaks, but after it breaks, it runs off, and you get the. I don't want to say reverberations because I don't think that's a word. But
I
you
think
get
it is.
you get. I think you get the point.
Vibrations is what you're looking for.
Vibrations, but we're looking for like the noise that
Yeah,
comes
yeah, yeah.
off it.
Reverberating. Maybe.
That would be the one from.
How about the noises that just come with pond skating in general?
Oh, so good.
A fresh sheet, like ripping it up, like the sound of the skates
Is
is
there
just.
anything better?
It's top 5.
I like when you turn
Sounds.
really fast.
like a
and-
nice
and
carve,
it's
and
like-
you just hear.
I don't
like
even.
the
I can't even. Yeah.
like against the grain type.
It's
of
I'm
thing.
also talking like 8 a.m. You getting bodies out there like cleaning the ice up, and then 3:30 the sun's going down. After what's the math on that? That's like 7.5 hours, and then you go down to the bar and everyone's spent but so happy after having a day outside, blocking shots.
I need to get more into that this year.
Some
me
people
too.
not blocking
Me too.
shots. They know who they are.
I don't.
You gotta get gritty.
That's honestly though, that's better than a beach day for me personally. I know like that's probably a bad call for most. But
Hot take.
That's my favorite day.
Yeah.
That's
I don't
my
think so.
favorite
I
day.
think that provides a lot more activity during the day. Beach,
sure.
unless you're playing some beach volleyball, like just sitting there, isn't so special.
Yeah, but I mean, you're warm. You can get a float on.
can-
You've
you
learned
can
about the
float.
float.
Yep.
And then like, there's
Getting a nice
people
tea
with
Throw
Like-
the boat in there. That's
yeah,
different.
there's
Yeah,
people
that's
with
huge.
minimal clothing on. In the winter, they have more clothing. Shit happens, but. Am I on to my love?
Do you know one? You got one?
Yeah. Do you have any love?
Days
No.
off.
Yeah, days off. It's sick.
I don't know if you can get better than a day off,
You can't.
especially when there's a holiday coming. I'm gonna lose days like 7 days off for the 6th year in a row,
Oof.
and I took today and Friday off. My God, how calm and like enjoyable my day has been.
Having to work on Friday is crazy.
It doesn't make a ton of sense. Imagine like
Like
owning
Black Friday.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. yeah.
owning a company and making
Every
people come into work after
Crazy. Like
White Russians and
Yeah.
turkey and all that. The Pats are at 8:30. But we played some golf today. We had 12 guys out. Unbelievable day, and it's really set me up for like the next 5 days off.
the moment you get out of work the day before you have the day off is so good. So
I
good.
don't think there's a feeling like it.
Or yeah, nothing. But nothing worse than coming back after like
Oh,
Monday's gonna
I
be
don't-
brutal.
Monday-
I actually stuck out a 7:30 meeting this morning,
Wow.
and once that happened, I got a little spanking and we got a shower, and the day went nuts.
Nice.
We're back. Oh, the boys didn't like that one.
I loved it.
That was great. Oh man.
All right, I guess I'll do my love of the week. We already mentioned it, but it's traditions. Tomorrow, one of my favorite traditions of the year, started probably 2 years ago. This is a third year. White Russians and bacon.
You
Every
keep saying it.
white
You said it
Ukrainians
again.
and bacon.
It's the
Every
white
every Thursday. Every
It is every
Thanksgiving.
Thursday.
Yeah, every Thanksgiving morning.
It ain't changing.
We go to Kenz's. At first it was Chestnut Street. Now it's Kenz's. You know what I love about it? It's easy. It's not like, all right, who's bringing this? Who's bringing that? We're bringing vodka. We're bringing Kahlua and bacon.
That's it.
Cut
And that's
dry.
it.
Yeah.
That's it. You show up, you have a cuppy, and then you go to Thanksgiving with your family a little buzzed. What a start to the day.
And honestly, my favorite part, open door policy. If you want to show up, you're
Yeah.
welcome. Unless you showed up before and you couldn't make it through. But the only thing we'll let you you'll let you drink, but besides a White Russian, if you got like kind of a little milk thing,
Yeah.
you can have what do they call those things with the champagne? and the
Yep,
orange
you can
juice?
have one of them.
Mimosa.
Mimosa.
Yeah,
I think Bud
we-
Lights are.
Hey, can we blank out that word?
Mimosa.
Use that word.
What word?
Censor.
We're gonna censor that.
Mimosa.
It's the mimoose. But besides that, everybody's welcome. Kind of kick off a day where you get to celebrate with family and everything. So that's where we're at.
I think to feed off that too, I was talking to Kenz about this today. Trish called him up on the way over here. He completely forgot he had to provide an appetizer for tomorrow for the Thanksgiving meal.
Brutal.
She is picking him up those groceries probably as we speak.
Oh my gosh.
But
boy.
the beauty of me traveling, Jay, is I don't have any
Yeah,
responsibilities.
that's huge.
I show up, I eat, and then I leave in like 3 days.
But you did have to take like a 20-hour plane ride over here, and I guess.
Yeah, but once he gets here,
Yeah.
people are just like happy with his presence.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, Curt, like great to see
I
you.
brought
Right.
myself.
It's never
Right.
Curtis. What did you bring today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, Kenz, you live 2 blocks over. You bring anything? Did you bring anything?
I got spinach artichoke dip. I might have to
Good
cook
kind
that
of
at your
good
house
play.
tomorrow.
Oh, I like that. Bree's got to be fronting some of that.
No, that's for my family. She's making mac and cheese for hers.
All right. I mean, I bet she comes over and tries heating that up too. By the way, Bree, fresh off suspension.
Yeah.
Hey, you used to be a former TBBLC employee.
Yeah.
The marketing coordinator.
Yeah, that's right.
Marketing coordinator.
We had to let her go. There just
Yeah.
wasn't enough budget.
Yeah.
Wasn't
Budget-
enough
budget cuts.
money. Oh, that's so good.
I think now we can get a little more detail into the Thanksgiving Day as Jay kind of led us into that particular segment. Some oddities. I know Kenz has some he wants to talk about. Drew, any with your family? I'm not sure. As we get into some big rope jumping talk.
Not a ton from my end as Ken's
Did you hear
refreshes
that?
his beverage ASMR wise. Not a ton of oddities. Keep it pretty simple.
Pre-Thanksgiving.
Pre-Thanksgiving tonight will be cool. It has decreased in size, I would say, due to Mike taking on Thanksgiving Day now
Yep.
at 2 Michaels, but carrying on the tradition nonetheless. No other real oddities or traditions. The folks will come over and we'll hang out. I will be making an appearance tomorrow morning.
Nice.
I may try to make a little bit of the football game as well, so I'm going to try to spread myself as thin as I can.
Shout out Mike
get the
for
job done.
putting it on this year too.
Yeah.
Where did you guys used to go?
To my grandparents on Bond Street in West Coast.
Shout out Michael's Lane.
Shout out Michael's Lane.
Yes. With that, what do we think the spread is tomorrow for the GHS football game? They are playing Danvers, correct?
They
Yes.
are. Last time I looked at records, they were both a few games under 500. I have not seen a lick of Danvers football. I don't know what they're capable of.
Are we a home game tomorrow?
Yeah, home game tomorrow. I don't know if you guys have any thoughts on that, but honest
Zero.
to God, I don't
Zero
even know what
Pick
to
'em?
say.
Pick 'em?
It
Is
may
a
just-
pick 'em?
We
It
might
may
have
just be
to
a
call
coin-
out to Andrew and get a spread for
It
that
may
game.
just be a
Ooh, I
coin
don't
flip.
know.
See, they might be filming it tomorrow. I don't know.
Andrew,
They've
do you
done
have
it
any
before.
you have any knowledge on the football game tomorrow?
Can you talk to us? No. None.
He's got nothing.
Nothing.
Haven't streamed much.
We'll call it minus 110 Gloucester.
Whow.
Oh, I'm burying Danvers. Just out of the most recent bias. No, I'm just kidding. Gloucester by 7.
I thought they didn't play that anymore. Is it just because
Is
they're
Drew
both not
Shears
in
the
the
head coach right now?
I don't know.
I think he's OC. He's calling plays.
All
I don't
right,
think
he's got the
head
headset
coach.
on.
Yeah, he's calling plays.
What's that? What's that?
he-
What's the play in Madden? Does he keep calling it? The 2 streaks in the post over the middle.
4 verts.
4 birds, yeah.
That
I
doesn't
will
matter.
say, shout out Shazy. I did go to the Peabody game where they were severely
Outclassed.
outgunned, I will say, in terms of talent on the field, but he did a great job to try to mix in a lot of different stuff offensively, keep them on their toes. They stymied him for as long as they can, but Peabody ended up
What was the
closing
final
it.
score?
I don't recall, but
It's such
they
a good
covered.
call.
I
They,
plead the fifth.
they covered the spread that was in my head. I'll say that. Going in, I had a spread in
all
mind,
right.
and I believe they covered it.
We'll take that.
We'll take that. So good luck to them tomorrow.
So what segment are we on?
Big rope jumping.
Oh boy.
Talk to me about a little big rope jumping.
I
I
think
mean,
you've heard of it, Drew.
Thanksgiving.
I've heard.
Most likely.
Thanksgiving has evolved. I mean, big rope jumping's borderline just an Easter thing, but it's kind of became a McDonald's every holiday family thing in Auntie Paula's. We go from White Russians and bacon, and everyone's kind of gummed up on milk and vodka. Some people get kicked out of the event, some don't. But big rope jumping's a McDonald's family tradition where we get. It's exactly what you think. We get a big rope, and we jump it.
And 2 people swinging.
We have 2 people swinging at the end, and to this point, I think the family record is 13 people within the rope getting a couple jumps in.
Took the words out of my mouth. I was going to ask how many people you've gotten worked.
I
into
think
that
the record is
consecutively.
13. We're potentially getting worse every year.
I was going to say, you pushing for like 14, 15 this
I
year.
think we're down to like 8 as of last
So
Easter.
there's been some regression.
So the regression mostly
There's
is
been
like
a lot of retirement.
some of the families
That can
out
play a role.
west. Some people have kids. Some people don't want to risk injury with the kids and everything.
Fair enough.
But besides that, we've called. I try to get Jimmy Nicolosi in there, Sean Hall, trying to like bump the numbers up. Some people don't want to jump the rope, mainly Sean Hall.
Some people aren't built for jumping the rope. Some people aren't. Some people are just born with it. Some people aren't. You know,
I think it's mostly a gutty effort. You try to get in there. There's a lot of
get
body.
your hands dirty.
I mean, when you talk about the
There's
swingers,
timing. There's timing to it.
When you talk about the swingers, you got to mention Uncle Rick.
Yep.
You got to mention Uncle Dana.
Two of the best.
Unbelievable. They could swing double dutch if you asked, but they're going one big swing. You're trying to get as many guys guys and girls as possible.
It's a shoulder burn.
We've had people do
sure.
push-ups within the rope.
Whoa.
Um,
Hotto.
Chase Brown, shout out, Hotto.
Who's the worst jumper in the family? That's not like.
It's Cal McDonald.
No.
Really?
He doesn't get a lot of air.
It has to be.
Yeah.
It's like, so you're at the office a lot.
Beansy is solid.
Yeah,
She's
consistent.
top
Yeah,
5
Beansy's got
performer
good-
every
That
year.
makes sense.
You're at the
making
office.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you get like, you're printing paper, you get 2 paper sheets.
Yeah.
That's
how-
Cal Mac's vert. That's
Hate
his
to hear
vert.
it. Hate to hear it.
Yeah, and that's pretty much big
Hey.
rope jumping.
Great head of hair on him, though.
Oh my gosh.
Would kill for that hair.
Jbird, you got anything from your family?
No.
Okay.
Standard Thanksgiving.
Johnny V rooting for the Vikes tomorrow.
Big game. I won't be there with him unless I go back. He'll probably fall asleep anyways, but that's going to be a bad game. That's
How's-
going to be a really bad game.
How's he feeling after last week?
I haven't talked to him. He loves Curt Cousins, though, but they just can't.
But he's full Vikings tomorrow night.
He hates the Patriots.
Oh.
He
Okay.
other sports,
my
like
guy.
he
I don't think
he,
I knew this.
he loves the Cubs, but like he loves the Red Sox, the Bruins, the Celtics.
So where is he picking those guys?
I don't
from?
know. My grandfather didn't like the Pats, so that's why he doesn't. He hates the Pats, though. Like he roots against them.
It's
But
interesting.
yeah, big Vikes.
That might be like my biggest. I love Johnny V to death.
The Vikes, dude.
I love people that go against the grain.
Yeah.
Just like loving the Vikings blindly is fucking unbelievable.
Bananas.
That is good.
I will say this could potentially be a good segue into
Okay.
just looking at the spreads of the game tomorrow.
Yeah, we can do that.
Oh, we
And
get
just-
some picks.
Just go right down the line. I can start off if you want and give mine.
I think you are the league leader now in terms of overall record above 500 too on the podcast.
I just might be, and I do feel good about him. I'm just gonna keep it simple. I'm taking all the dogs tomorrow.
Whoa.
Okay. 8-5-1 you were last
Woof
week.
woof. I'm taking Lions, Giants, and of course
How many points are the Pats getting?
2.5.
That's not enough.
It was 3.5.
What
but
kind
it's
of
moved down a little.
Kirk Cousins, prime time.
Are they 8-2?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
They're not going to put up.
Drew, I'm
many
going to go
points.
against you. I'm going to
Okay.
take Bills, Dallas, Pats.
Tomorrow.
Okay. All right.
I think you get a couple blowouts early.
Yeah, I think
I don't-
Buffalo is in a spot where they have to show out. Like, they have to put up a ton of points. It's
No,
not
what do
like
you
they're.
mean? This isn't the college football playoff.
I
They don't
know,
have to do a
I'm
fucking
just saying for
thing.
like their own,
I know
like,
what he's saying.
They're either gonna win a
because
division or they're
like
not.
if they were rolling right now, I would be like, all right, maybe the Lions sneak in to 10.5, but
Yeah.
like they're not rolling. They gotta like step on the gas.
I actually thought about that earlier. Just regardless
Lions
of
also coming off a big win.
2, 3,
3 in a row.
3 in a row.
Yeah.
They
at
have
home.
won 3 games.
Yeah.
Three in a row at home. Thanksgiving. You never know.
I'll take. I mean, the Vikings are so much better than the Patriots.
But you just can't take.
But
them,
I
can you?
just
You
no.
cannot-
Kirk Cousins is so bad. They might
Patriots
not.
are a walking cover though.
It might-
They're gonna
yeah, it
play
might be like
defense. They're
16
gonna
to
make
10
it
though.
disgusting. It's gonna be a rock fight, and our offense is just gonna be dog shit.
All right, I'll take.
Maybe advise buying the half point there and get it to 3.
I'm gonna take the under in that game. I'm not
if
taking
you
the
could
spread.
somehow steal it to 3.5, I mean that's a great play.
Under 42.5. I'll
I like
take the
that.
Bills spread.
Is
and
it?
then
Is it in Minneapolis?
In Minne-
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yep.
fast track for Justin. Who's gonna cover Justin Jefferson?
They're just gonna get to Kirk Cousins.
I'm gonna say Justin Jefferson has less than
Oh my God, I
four
love
and a
this.
half
Eddie.
receptions.
No, 4.5 for what?
Total receptions.
And what do you think yardage? Like
I
50?
love that.
I would hate that because I
30.
have.
I
my
mean,
hands.
he might beat us once for like 40 or 50, but I don't
Hey,
see
so
him.
so he's got 3 receptions for $130 and 2 tutties.
Not what I'm saying. I think he is severely limited. I think they're successful in doing that.
All right.
They always have been, so I'm taking it. Go Pats.
That game's gonna stink though. That's gonna be like brutal to watch.
Yeah.
Oh, rock fight in Minneapolis.
Did you give yours? I wasn't paying attention.
I haven't even looked at a single spread just from looking at them. I mean,
It's 9, 10, and 2.5.
2.5's not enough. It should be the Vikings at home. I mean, the Pats have been fucking brutal to watch.
That's exactly why you pick him, though, right here.
No,
I'll tell
I
ya.
totally
Defense and
I
field goals.
understand the play.
Fuck you.
At the same time, too, I feel like Kirk Cousins, Zach Wilson, kind of similarly small-brained, where the defense will take over.
Yeah.
Okay.
The Bills cover. Bills cover 9.5 inside. You don't have to worry
Hey,
about that.
after all that shit
Time
he
out.
gave you there,
Time out.
he's on
I
us
know.
Yeah.
with the Bills.
I didn't even listen to you. Did the Bills not just play in Detroit too?
Yeah.
Did they stay?
No, they went back.
Should have stayed.
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty short trip for them, though.
They cover
Up in
17 if they stay, but they'll cover
What?
that. They'll cover that
What?
9.5.
Just because of that travel?
The Giants and the Cowboys.
The G-men are
Giant-
sliding, dude.
But they play tough
You know
football.
what?
Sliding.
Hey, that's when you take them.
They s-
I have the G-men covering 10.
They run the football. They play hard defense.
Are you gonna give you a
Offensively,
picks
they're
right now?
struggling.
They do.
I already did.
Oh shit.
Where
missed
have you
it.
been, dude? Where have you been?
I've been trying to get a little
Damn.
service. I was gonna give a lock of the week, but I don't think I have time. It's the Commanders though. They're gonna cover 4.5.
Who are
Against
they?
who?
The,
Heineke.
The
The
Texans.
fighting Taylor Heineke's.
Who are they against?
No, they covered. No, they beat the Texans last week.
Well, who are they against this week then?
It's a
The
good question.
Falcons.
Oh,
at
they're
home.
terrible. Yeah.
I mean the.
They've
Falcons
been
win
gritty
that
this
game.
year. They're putting up some points.
The Falcons or
Cordero.
the
Falcons.
Heineke's.
The Falcons. The Heineke's are like a successful team right now.
I can't figure. I mean, the Heineke's. He keeps buying shoes for people. I'm in. I'm in.
No, every time he wins, doesn't he? He buys a
he
pair
buys a pair of
in
Jordans.
the opponent's colors.
But as of last week, he bought his whole offensive line a pair of the Jordans.
That's almost like
For
a
the
Kyle
boys.
Lucido move in Pee Wee. He used to wear the opponent's socks.
I actually saw
Colored socks.
I recall that. It's like a
Yeah.
little troll move
Oh, he used
back
to-
in the day.
I saw Kyle Lucido and Jorge Negro down Machaca the other night.
Georgie.
Electric Factory.
Yeah, Georgie Black's electric.
He put on a show at karaoke.
What'd he sing?
Couldn't tell you.
Kenzie, I'm gonna put you on the spot right now. One song you have to sing karaoke. Go.
If I wanted to sing it, it would be.
Well, yeah, you're choosing the song.
No,
that
no,
you
but
wanna
I'm-
sing.
No, there's two things though. If it was to be my performance, it would be Paul Revere by the Beastie Boys. But
If you had better vocals. it'd
if
be
I
something
if I
else.
had vocals, it would be Callum Scott dancing on my own. I actually
It's a
just
beautiful
got
song.
I just got
might
my
shed
bu-
a tear in the.
I
the
just got
karaoke
my
line.
buddy to sing that at Ann Mall in Beverly this weekend
And Mall.
before I threw up on my steering wheel in the way.
Shout out and Malls.
Have you been?
mackerel.
What a spot. You know, honestly, we sat in there. I've never been. Sean Hull goes once a week with his buddies, loves Indian food. But the best part of being there was you get to see the walk of life that is like we have Machaca karaoke on
Yeah.
Thursdays.
Yeah.
They have Animal on Saturdays, and you get to see
Saturday's
like the norm,
electric.
like the regulars that walk in there and what they
Yeah.
sing.
And they love it.
And I really enjoyed that.
Have you ever been to karaoke where it's not like the whole bar doing it and it's just rooms?
No, I would love that though.
So
Animal's
that's
a room. They have
Okay.
They have a.
The separate
Like breakout
rooms.
I did
rooms?
that
Where like
the
you
first
go with
time
like
ever.
your group.
Yeah,
2-3
Oh,
weeks
just
ago.
rip it?
I don't know what that means.
I've
What?
heard that.
So
Yeah.
Amwell's like an Indian restaurant,
Okay.
but they have
Rooms.
a room with karaoke.
No,
Yes.
one
that has a
room.
full bar.
No,
Oh,
he's saying
no,
there's
no,
like
no.
separate rooms. So
Yeah,
like you
we
go
have-
with your friends, like 8 people.
So it's a
and you
big.
rent a
I think it's a
karaoke
big
room.
thing in like Korean culture that got transferred to Hawaii, and we did it 2-3 weeks ago. I did some Hootie and the Blowfish.
Nice.
Unreal.
You know, safe songs for a really bad voice.
What song do you sing?
Let her cry.
No, it wasn't Let Her Cry. It was the other one, and I can't
Only
think
wanna
of the
be
name.
with you.
Yeah, that's what it was.
It's a great one.
But yeah, it's like breakout rooms where you can invite 10 people in, which is kind of nice because then you don't ruin the rest of the restaurant or bar scene, I guess. But I kind of like the bar.
I like the carnage.
Everybody starts turning around and singing
Yeah.
with you.
When you get the crowd on your side, it's
It's a-
unbelievable.
there's
And
not-
if you
there's
get a
not
good
better feeling.
performance, like
yeah.
it sets the
it's
night off.
bonus.
Or
yeah.
like a really bad performance and people hate
So
it.
to,
Yeah.
to
That's-
branch
that's
off
fun,
that,
too.
we sat in this place. This is an Indian restaurant, and this I don't know how else to describe him, but this Asian guy walked up, and my buddy was tapping me. He goes, "Dude, this guy's incredible. He sings every week, but he goes, he only sings country music, and he had an
Unreal.
unbelievable voice.
That's awesome.
But as an Asian man, I thought he'd sing like I don't even know what I thought he'd sing, but he just sang country music. He ripped
Did he
like
have like that southern twang? Or no? Did
No.
he just sing regular?
he just like had a good voice.
Yeah.
Sang country music, very Asian. He
Sick.
like ripped Luke Bryan and
Sick.
Luke Combs, and he did very well. But if you ever put him up in the microphone and asked me what he was going to sing, it wouldn't have been that.
Jbird, with the best vocals in the group by a nautical mile, what are your karaoke songs?
Easy. I'll Make a Man Out of You. Mulan.
Wow.
People love that.
You
Love
got,
that.
I
you
bet
got
they
that
eat that
live
up.
this year.
Yeah, I did get that live. College people, they would be like, "What is this?" And then they would be like, "Yes." It's good when you have
Let's
like
get down
yeah,
to business.
yes, so good. I like that. I'm a '90s guy, so anything '90s. Other than that,
Do you get into Lion King at all? Because I feel like
no,
that
Lion King's
could-
tough.
No,
What would
no,
you
the
sing?
the
Okay.
greatest
Oh.
soundtrack ever is Tarzan.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's a lot of Phil Collins, but like he goes in.
I like the Aladdin song's really good.
Yeah.
A Whole New World. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
That's a good one.
I can show you the world. That song's a banger.
Drew, you're on the same level as probably me. Kenzie's at least got some showmanship to his performance.
Okay.
Worst
what are
voice
you
in the
going
country.
So I have done.
There's a lot of effort with you, though.
I've
I
done.
can't stop looking at Drew on the monitor in the Pilgrim
I've
suit.
done a little bit of Queen before, which is tough.
Yeah.
But
Wow.
I wasn't.
Bohemian Rhapsody?
Yes.
Long song.
So
Oh my
long.
God.
Kind
Oh
of,
my
kind of
God.
outkicked my
Amazing.
coverage. One of those things where like
Sabrina Catone was at that,
she
correct?
was there. Yeah, and Sam Ryder in Italy. Didn't know
In
they were there.
Tony.
In Italy,
Tony.
he gets Bohemian Rhapsody and has
Dude.
people from freaking
I didn't even know
Gloucester
they were in there.
watching.
Didn't
That's
even
like
know
an
they were in there.
8-minute song.
No way.
I swear to God, I didn't know they were in there.
2 girls from your class were watching. You had no clue.
Hand to God, didn't
That's
know until
incredible.
afterwards.
That's incredible.
And it was more for, like you said, the showmanship. I didn't really care what I sounded like.
Yeah.
I was like, this is once in a
Yeah.
lifetime. We're on an actual stage. And it was like, there was people
Did the
who
Italian
were, like, reaching
crowd
up to high five.
like it?
I felt like
People
a
loved it.
superstar.
Did the Italian crowd love it?
I will say,
Polarizing.
I think it was more shock and awe than like pleasure.
Yeah.
But it also felt like the audience was like 60-40, 70-30 touristy,
Could
like
understand-
Americans.
Italy.
Could understand
Okay,
English.
okay. I was gonna say, were people like ripping Italian songs and friggin' Hey Good
Not that
Body,
I
and you
remember.
were
No, it
"What's
wasn't.
going on?"
It wasn't a lot.
I
of
feel
that.
like you do those over Snapchat
Yeah, but
every
like
single
real,
year.
real Italian songs. Like, I don't know what's going on. That would be funny. I'm off when people do rap. It's like, get out of here. Even if like
In
they'll do like
karaoke?
like Because I Got High or like Colt 45. Like,
Yeah, that's just. It's just.
Before
It's
we
not a
get
great look.
off of karaoke, there's been some guy down Machaca who's been singing "Everybody Hurts Sometime," and he's been so passionate that he holds the mic out here and won't sing the words into the mic. But each time after he sings it, he walks through and I give him a high five. He goes, "My buddy's been hurt and I got to sing him for it." And I said,
That's
"Oh,"
incredible.
I said, "Oh, where is he?" He goes, "Oh, he's not here."
Is he
people-
talking about himself?
He's just ripping it.
That
But
is
he's ripping it.
incredible.
And then a guy, I don't even have his. Oh, Frank Sinatra. Some guy saying Frank Sinatra, and the place blew up.
Frank Sinatra's good.
Blew up.
That's phenomenal.
Couple old heads.
Is Tracy Souza still getting his reps in?
Curt, he'll show up and he knows who's going to be in the bar, and he'll sing one to start. He'll give about 3 people a chance to go, and then he'll sing his second. He'll get out of there. He's got a time
Just for
limit,
the love of the game.
and he sings
He
the
gets
same.
his quota
And he
in.
sings. He'll sing "Walking to Memphis" is one of them, and it's
That's
incredible.
Mark Cohn. That's fantastic.
But like
That's a good karaoke song.
Tracy,
That is a good one.
I don't even want to classify him as a showman because he's talented. He can sing.
Yeah.
But he puts it on, and then he gets home
Just loves
to
it.
Barb.
You guys got anything else? I know you still have to shout out our
Oh, the sponsors.
title sponsors
Oh
today.
man! So we're gonna thank Streamography for letting us in here tonight. I think we might get Andrew in for a shout out at some point, but also the swag right here. We got the Neptune's Harvest T-shirt. We got the Neptune's Harvest banner. Big ass pumpkins, big ass results.
Yep.
Every time. I believe they hold 2 North American titles for largest pumpkin. One might have been at the Topsville Fair. I could be
thought
making stuff up.
All of them were.
I think it was. I saw it this year.
Is the Topsville Fair that big that like they just have the biggest pumpkins of
I
all
think.
time?
Yeah. I think the
Well,
biggest
I
pumpkins are
saw it
growing
with my
up
own
here.
eyes.
Are pumpkins?
We have pumpkin
Where
weather.
else do they grow
Here's the
pumpkins?
question: do they only grow at this time, or like do they just grow them at this?
They have to be fall crops, right?
They're orange.
I thought it was in like a.
What's another word for pumpkin? I know they're like gourds.
Gourds.
It's a gourd.
So like squashes
Oh,
and stuff.
Shout
Is
out
that the same?
V-Robs. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Same.
I feel like they sell those all year round in the grocery store, though.
Pumpkins? Oh,
No,
Yeah, I
the
don't
other
think they're
ones.
that ripe though.
Hmm.
Anyway, shout out Tommy Malloy.
yep.
Best fertilizer in the world. Big ass pumpkins, and they're the fucking title holder for pumpkins.
Yeah.
So what are we gonna do about that?
I think-
Oh, look at that! The camera's all over it too. That's
Incredible.
unreal.
Yeah.
Look at that thing.
Oh, man. Well,
Perfectly
I think
hung
that
up.
wraps us up for today
I
from
got-
TBBLC, but I'll let Drew interject.
I had one more thing.
Yeah.
Oh, let's talk about
2 more things before we close that we
Okay.
we have to do.
It seems like a setup.
Number 1, I do have a dad joke naturally that is
Naturally.
Thanksgiving
You came
themed
prepared.
that I want to drop.
Yep.
it. As you should.
What key has legs and cannot open a door?
We all try to guess this, by the way. This is
What
usually
key
how it goes.
has legs and does not open a door?
What key has legs and cannot open a door? It is Thanksgiving themed, if that helps at all.
A turkey.
Key lime pie.
Boom.
Damn.
It's a turkey.
A turkey.
A key lime pie. I like
A
that.
key
one.
lime pie.
I always come up with some wild ones.
Lastly,
That's good.
I'm gonna go with a little rapid fire here. Any frauds that come top of mind,
Oh,
they don't have to be
There
prepared.
has to be a fraud of the week.
Anybody have any
That's right.
have any frauds at
We
all?
do.
Hmm.
I'd have to look back through the notes.
The only
I think.
fraud that I have is
You lead us off.
dare I say myself,
Whoa.
and it's because the World Cup is around, and I get to for about a week and a half, 2 weeks. I don't know. I don't even know how long it lasts. Pretend that I have any type of a clue of what's happening on the old pitch.
On the pitch.
I did watch the entirety of the game USA versus Wales on Thursday with not a clue what was going on, but had to root for our country.
Did you
So
realize
I'm my
how
own fraud
bad
of the
they
week.
got dominated in the second half? They never
It
touched the
felt
soccer
it
ball.
felt like it was a complete, like they switched jerseys. It was a complete.
Yeah, they dominated the first half.
Yeah, they dominated the first half, and then Wales came out and just took it to us.
I hate to. Put,
Although we did get bailed out, or they did get bailed out. It felt like on
I hate to put down sports.
Do you
but
call it a free kick, a penalty? Kick?
Penalty.
Oh,
that
I mean,
seems-
if you chop the guy in the box, you're gonna get a free one.
But I don't even know if the play was necessary based on the feedback I'm getting from
But
folks.
he did it.
But he
from,
did it.
From where? Twitter?
Folks.
Just folks that I'm talking
Sources. Unnamed.
Yeah.
Before we get out of here, I'm definitely switching my lock of the week. It's gonna be the Seahawks covering 3.5. That one spits out.
Who are they?
playing?
The Raiders.
Okay.
Oh my God, the
At
Raiders
home,
are so
too.
bad.
Seahawks at home covering 3.5.
My lock of the week.
Raiders did just win their first close game in a while. Could
Seahawks
be
gonna blow
rolling
them
some
out.
momentum.
They stink.
Okay.
Yeah.
Winning 1 out of 7 doesn't give you
Two.
momentum.
Against the
Congrats.
Broncos.
Is it two?
Against the
Two out of
Broncos.
seven.
Too. Yeah, the Broncos.
Oh,
stink.
by the way, can I, Drew? While I have you, can I get a little hockey talk before we get out of here?
Absolutely, you can.
Rock talk, hockey talk. How about those Bruins?
Unbelievable.
What are they? 17-2.
I was at
We might have to have a little side.
I was at Flip the Bird in Beverly when I got the Bruce Cassidy notification, and shout out Flip the Bird, and I was so disappointed at that news, but I cannot say enough about how wrong my reaction was based on the way
Couldn't
they're
have
playing.
gone better for both parties.
100% agree.
Bruins, whole new team, flying around, scoring goals, actually still playing defense while scoring goals. And I was a Cassidy fan.
Yeah.
I get that the room's got to change at some point. Those are some grown-ass men. They might not like the message. But, I mean, being third in the league at this point, good for him. Devils out of nowhere. 13 straight in that league, no matter what, is kind of out of control.
It's legit, but I have a feeling that you're going to agree with me that that's probably not something they can sustain. Like, it wouldn't shock me at all if they just slide and don't make the playoffs.
I have two very small points.
With their lack of experience.
I actually saw Keith Yandel on television saying he thinks they won't make the playoffs,
Yeah.
which I think is out of control. But my 2 points are they're very young, and they're still not. There's not a lot of weight to that team. Most of the forward base very, very young, light guys. So we'll see how that goes. But I mean, 13 straight in the league is 13 straight in the league. You're doing something right. Very excited to see the Bruins. Allmark playing most of the games. Swayman's got to step it up to this
He's got to
point.
start carrying his weight. You got to take some. You got to take.
You'd
some
like to
steam
see
off
those
Allmark.
two switching off games at a point,
Yep.
if he can bring it back. But Allmark's playing almost all the big games and right up there. So
What? Last question. What would you call like a successful season at this point? Because I'm sure it changed from
for the
game
Bruins,
1 to game whatever right now.
have to win the division based on the points at this point.
Right?
Should win. I mean, if we're talking expectations
Like, are we talking
from the beginning of
ECF?
the season, it was making the playoffs. So right now, it's win 2 series.
They should put some curb music in for us.
Oh, you want to wrap it up?
No.
You should win 2 series.
Yeah.
You should play in the Eastern Conference Finals. And I think the Bergie, Krejci, Marshy effect.
Gets him to that point.
I mean,
Gets 'em over the hump.
Bergie having 18 points in 19 games. That's a sick puppy.
Bananas.
Best team in the league to this point. I think winning 2 playoff series is a layup to this point.
I got a fraud for you. Look
Shoot.
back in the notes.
Yep.
Showering before getting into the pool. What's up with that? I know it's to wash
Who does
off.
that? I don't do
Like
that.
at the
stuff.
Y,
Yeah.
like they ask you to.
Well,
fuck
yeah,
is
okay.
that?
At a public pool.
Yeah.
Oh,
My
out on that.
my
Sludge
roommate in
on.
college used to shower before going to hockey practice. He was a goalie. Before he'd leave, he would just jump in the shower.
Did he not shower after?
I don't. I would think so. I hope so. I think he did.
You got a dual shower at that point.
Yeah, which just seems like a waste of water and time and energy.
I get like the foot thing when you have the rinse bucket before you get into the pool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
you're walking through the
Dirt,
yard. you
grass.
Yeah,
rinse-
Yes.
Why would anyone shower before going into the pool?
Big shower guy.
That's
my
why I
fraud.
wish
That's
Jimmy
my
was
fraud
here.
of the
I wish
week.
Jimmy was on the couch. Jimmy's got a pool. He's got a hole in his pool.
Is
Jimmy's got a leak in his pool.
That's a shame. Is Jimmy making you guys dip your toes in to rinse
No,
the grass
Jim-
clippings and the
Jimmy's a-
dirt off? Or is he
Jimmy's a pretty big free baller when it comes to pools. We
like
had an
that.
unbelievable whirlpool at Jimmy's pool on the 3rd of July.
Yes, we did.
That was sick.
Like just walking around.
like
the
water
pool.
country
yeah.
status, just
Yeah.
ripping it?
Like,
ripping
yeah,
it.
but like when you think whirlpool, you think like young men. We had grown men whirlpool, and to the point that there were 2 young kids in the middle getting swirled out.
Like it's like the rip current. At, like,
Yeah,
THC.
absolutely.
Holy mackerel.
It's like the lazy river without any laziness.
That's unreal.
Jay, you got a fraud or?
I got a lock. My lock's USA Soccer Friday against England.
Oh
Wow.
my god.
What are they plus? What's the line on that?
I don't know, probably a half, 1 maybe.
Did you see them not touch the
Let me
ball the
look.
other
It's all
day
right.
in the second half?
This is a must-win,
Yeah.
a must-tie, I would say. But
I think it's must win
There
because
might
they
be
tied.
nothing better than a must.
a must-tie, another point. You get a point for that.
I don't. Yeah.
England crushed. Who did they play today?
Who's the other
Iran?
team?
Iran.
Iran.
Didn't they beat them like?
6-2.
Yeah, that's.
They go by goal differential,
Yep.
so they need a.
They got to step it up.
Yeah, they need to beat England.
Andrew, can we get you in the studio right now, real quick, before we end this thing?
On his way.
Unreal.
Yeah. Let me see what camera we're
Yeah,
on right here.
give him that. Plug the studio a little because
Yeah.
this is unbelievable.
Thank you, man. Yeah. So been doing this. Jbird actually worked with me for a while, since
Shout out.
2013. This has been a dream of mine forever, as far as a place where anyone can walk in, create some amazing content, and walk out and it's yours forever. So that's been my dream. So anyone that needs to create some content, just let me know, and we can help you out here at Streamography Studios.
Yeah, it's
Whether it be a
crazy.
podcast or anything, though, you want to live stream an event, whether it be a sporting event, wedding, anything.
Yep.
Andrew does that very well. He's got the background and everything. I believe we have a ton of weddings on the book that we
Tons
can,
of weddings. Professional volleyball has been a big one for us. We cover professional volleyball.
Time out.
AVP.
I like that. I could get. Is there a? Can you subscribe to that?
Yeah, AVP Beach. Yeah,
I'm
dude.
definitely
We
there.
traveled to 11 different states, 13 different tournaments.
You guys take Visa?
1,800 hours, labor hours committed to the AVP this year.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah.
I had no idea about that
Yeah.
too.
So that's how we got started, was going out covering events remotely in order to get to this point where we have our own studio.
I knew you
Are
did
you getting
weddings. I
some
didn't know
Cali
that.
and Hawaii's in with that?
Cali, I went to Hawaii for a motivational speaker.
Gotcha.
That was like pre-pandemic.
They
that
are
we did that.
big volleyball fans
I know,
down
I
there. It's
wish.
crazy.
As
Yeah.
they should be.
Yeah, but a lot of Cali.
Yeah.
For sure.
Nice.
Yeah. So thank you guys. Hope to see do more of this.
Yeah.
So yeah, just
I
let
do
me
too.
know
This is
whenever.
incredible.
Yeah.
Thank you.
incredible.
Yeah.
This was amazing.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
Awesome.
That's how we do.
Thank you, Andrew.
And that's TBBLC. Pat from last year. Play us out.
Happy Thanksgiving.
What's for lunch? TBBLC.
Stay in your seat.
What's for lunch today? Sausage. Brown bag, brown bag.
The Brown Bag Lunch Crew.